This is an actual production. This is the big time.
Mr. America 2020, the longest running and most recognizable contest in American bodybuilding. Made me want to do push-ups. What about you? How about a round of applause for these amazing athletes? Jason, you are the new 2020 Mr. America. Give yourselves a round of applause.
We are going to learn a little bit more about the iconic Mr. America. And Mark, he is the one who's bringing it to us.
That's
How are
right.
you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm excited to be here. This is fun times.
Yes, definitely. I want to tell everybody that's watching, if you're not already following the Mr. America on Instagram, please do that immediately or shortly after this broadcast, because you guys are releasing information and special announcements constantly.
That's right.
And I hate to break this news to you guys, but you've already missed one deadline. Mark, why don't you tell them a little bit about that?
So we're going to be doing a brand new reality show. It's going to be aired in August. Filming should start sometime in February. So we had an open casting call for that, looking for 5 to 6 athletes that are going to be preparing for the Mr. America. And the deadline to enter your submission was Sunday night at midnight. So we received, yeah. So if you missed that, I mean, not all is lost, because we're going to be on network TV for 2021 also, coast to coast on. So we have a lot of good stuff happening.
Explain to them, like, network TV. That's huge.
So we're not on like, you know, your local Channel 9 or your PBS. We're going to be on CBS Sports Network.
That's still incredible.
Yeah. You know, a show like this, I mean, you could pull that off. And you know, we negotiated with CBS, and when we told them what we had, they wanted it right away, and we're running with it.
I love it. So I'm going to actually throw up just a few. So just so you guys can understand, the Mr. America happened back in October in Atlantic City, New Jersey. New Jersey was one of the hardest hit states, right? As far as like coronavirus and all of this. And you still pulled off this show. And with all the bells and whistles. Right.
Yeah. So when shows all over the country were being canceled, and especially in New Jersey, I was getting nervous. You know, we planned an event, and then our governor changed, you know, our gathering restrictions, and we went down to, I think like 25 people. And I'm like, well, shit, how am I going to do this? So then we decided, okay, well, we could do it outside. So we planned another event. We were going to put it outside. You know, we were going to bring in, you know, portable stage, but not like a pop-up stage. It comes on a tractor trailer, like you'd be out at an outdoor rock concert. We had a cool spot. We had a cool spot for it. We were able to hold, I think, up to 500 people. And then that changed because our gathering limits indoor changed again. So we quickly shifted and moved the event back inside the last minute. I think with only a few weeks left before the event, we did that. So everything that you saw when you were there inside, that it was put together quickly.
Another huge thing that happened in 2020 was our first classic physique Mr. America was crowned.
Yes, that was exciting. I wasn't sure what we were if that was gonna happen this year with the pandemic. You know, we weren't sure how many athletes were gonna be coming out to the show. But luckily we got more athletes than I ever could have imagined during the pandemic. You know, we had athletes from 17 different states, and we were able to crown a new Mr. Classic Physique America.
And please bring the second place award to P106, Brandon Lirio. And he's the first place winner of Pro Classic Physique Physique, it is P105, JOSUBU Productions.
What does this show and this title mean? Should it mean to athletes?
Well, if you're not familiar with some of the history of the Mr. America, I definitely suggest a lot of people go research it. But if it wasn't for the Mr. America, there wouldn't be any other shows. Nobody would be competing anywhere. There would be no Mr. Olympia. There would be no Mr. Universe. There wouldn't be Mr. Anything if it wasn't for the Mr. America. The Mr. America got its start in 1939 and pioneered pretty much what we do today. So without that, there'd be nothing. And it's run,
awesome.
81 years, 82 years now. So this is the oldest, longest running show. And like I said, this is what started it all.
Yeah. Yeah. And the title itself, Mr. America.
Right. At its inception, it was, America's Best Built Man. And then it changed to the Mr. America. This is one of those titles, it actually means something. There's tons of titles out. There's tons of titles and shows all over the place, all over the country that, I don't know, sure, it's a fun show, but the title doesn't really mean anything. This title and this event, it means something.
And just from being there really were athletes from every organization, from all over the country.
Yeah, we had, I think, 6 athletes from 16 or 17 different states. Which is absolutely amazing considering the pandemic and travel restrictions and quarantine rules when you get to and from different places. So yeah, this is good. This is good. Every organization was represented with athletes. Every organization was represented with judging. So I think this is a really cool way to bring everybody together. One time a year. Everybody can set their differences aside. Regardless of where you're competing and where you judge and what you're screaming from the rooftop, for a title like this.
For sure. I'm going to go ahead and run one more video just so they can get a good grasp of what was going on here. Okay, actually this is you can actually talk while this one's going on. This is Brew. He won the Miss America. This was the open bodybuilding.
Right.
Just insane. His glutes were shredded.
He brought everything that we could possibly want to the stage. Siobhan Cunningham was definitely a favorite coming into the show, considering he won it last time, and he's been the reigning Mr. America title holder. And Siobhan was training his ass off for this.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and show them. This was the lineup right here.
Yeah, it was very, very good.
Yeah, so I definitely want to see, I definitely see 2021 just exponentially growing and being even bigger. And with the media coverage that you had there in 2020, I mean, that's what they can expect, right, going into 2021.
Yeah, we did have a lot of media coverage at the 2020 event. 21 is going to be it's going to be different. There's going to be a lot more cameras there. There's going to be stage managers, a lot, because it's going to be on TV. So there's a lot more that has to go into the show than just, popping up banners and having your DJ play music and letting people get on stage. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of the shows are. This is an actual production. This is the big time.
It was. I mean, and the lighting, the stage lighting was, I think I was up till 1:30 in the morning and they were still in there perfecting the lighting.
Yeah, we the lighting tech showed up a little later than we anticipated, but our photographer wanted the lights to look a certain way. The videographers wanted the lights to look a certain way. I need the lights to look a certain way so we could get the best lighting on the athletes, right? But sometimes the best lighting on the athlete isn't the best lighting for television.
Right, okay.
So it took a while to get everybody happy. But it came out, I mean, you were there, Sammy. It came out great. I couldn't have been happier with it.
Here we go. You're getting some comments here from some of the athletes. Let's see if I can throw them up there for you. Best show I've ever done. Thank you, Nash.
Alistair's a great competitor.
Yeah.
I know he's going to be coming back this year. I'm watching him work, and you know, I really thoroughly enjoy watching him. He's a great guy.
Joe. Yep. He's our classic. Thank you. And then we have Keith. He was there.
Keith Holland was there, and another great athlete. Like, I couldn't have been happier with the physiques that showed up on stage. You know, again, in the midst of a pandemic, to have the quality that showed up and the depth in each class that there was, it was absolutely amazing.
So, I have a question: is it just a pro show, or is it a pro-am?
No, it is a pro-am. Amateurs and pros obviously are welcome. So if you're an amateur, definitely come out. We have amateur Mr. Americas too. Historically, that's all they were. Having pros in the Mr. America is a relatively new thing. So yes, amateurs are welcome.
And it was very organized. The amateurs came out, you know, the pros, everything went so smooth.
So we are at the Sheraton Hotel at the Natural Mr. America show, making its return after, I think the last time the show was in 2016. So it had a couple years of a little hiatus. But, you know, Mark, the promoter, acquired the rights to the show and is putting it back on in 2020, you know, for an awesome event. So we're excited to be here.
See, stuff like that. That makes the athletes feel so special.
Yeah, this show, it's for the athletes. I'm not going to get into all of the logistics of it, but like, I do promote with another organization. Everybody knows that I promote with the INBA, PNBA, and I love the organization to death. But what I do there is a little bit different than what I do with the Mr. America. You know, the Mr. America, I'm there giving back. You know, if it wasn't for the athletes, there wouldn't be shows, right? And if it wasn't for the Mr. America, there wouldn't be shows. So again, there's really no better way to support our sport and support the athletes and really give back to the sport of natural bodybuilding than through the Mr. America.
I like it. I like what you guys are doing. So talk a little bit more how this reality show is going to play out. So you've now collected all of these entries, and you guys are going to sort through them. How many athletes are you picking? Are you
5 to 6. Nobody's been notified yet. So we'll drop a big bomb right now. I won't give you names, but if the athletes are watching, they may know it's them. They may not. We're going to see a professional bodybuilder in Indiana. He was our first pick. We're going to see a professional bikini competitor from Virginia. We're going to see another professional bikini competitor that's right in New Jersey. Those are our top 3 so far. We have 3 more to pick. But going through the videos and lengthy questionnaires, there's a lot, and there's a lot to consider. But we hope to be zigzagging across the entire United States because we want athletes from everywhere. We're not looking to stay in our backyard.
Right. So explain to the viewers at home, like, what exactly this entails. Like, say I was chosen, what am I going to be expecting? And
we're going to start filming again, like I said, in mid to late February probably. It's going to be aired in August. But we'll probably meet with you anywhere between 1 and 3 times and follow you around for a period of 1 to 4 days at a time and go through your life. Yeah, we're going to see what you do for a living, what you do for fun, you know, your home life, your work life, your prep life, everything entailed about your prep and what you're going through to make that happen.
And like we spoke about earlier today, this is a great way to bring natural bodybuilding to the forefront, because there's so many people that don't understand what it's all about.
Right. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, they talk about why there's no real big money in natural bodybuilding. How come natural bodybuilders don't get paid the way IFBB pro bodybuilders are getting paid and that type of prize money? And there's tons and tons and tons of reasons for that. But one of the main reasons is natural bodybuilding isn't a mainstream sport. In our world, it seems like everybody knows about it, right? But you step outside of our world and people don't even know that natural bodybuilding is a thing. They just think all bodybuilders are all using drugs. So this is it's a great platform to showcase what the athletes are going through on national TV. So after that happens, nobody could say, oh, well, our sport isn't big, or natural bodybuilding is just a small part of what's going on out there. No,
Yeah.
it's gonna be on CBS Sports Network. Listen, the Mr. Olympia is not on CBS Sports Network. The Arnold Classic isn't on CBS Sports Network. The Mr. America will be.
And I think you had a huge part in that, because I know that's not just something that happens. There has to be somebody working behind the scenes, and there has to be somebody pushing and pushing.
From the times I acquired the rights to the event, it's literally been every day. My girlfriend will tell you, like, I don't stop with this. It's every single day I'm doing something. I wish I could be taking a salary from this because it should be huge. But yeah, every day I'm working on something. Today I was back and forth with an insurance company. Signed a contract with our venue. I was talking to, we have Strongman at this year's event. Yes. So I was talking to the promoter of the Strongman event, and that part of the event was sold out in 6 days. We capped that at 100 athletes, and it sold out in 6 days. So, you know, the Mr. America is shaping up to be the event of the country. There's no other event like it.
Yeah. Now, this is going to answer, first of all, someone's asking what classes are offered in the show.
Every class.
Gosh. Every class, yeah.
Every class. So somebody did ask me about women's bodybuilding in a post a while ago. And I said, you know what? I don't have women's bodybuilding listed on the registration because nobody's asking for it.
Right.
But ladies, if you want women's bodybuilding, it's there. Let me know. Send me a message. We'll get it added to it. I want to have something for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Always athletes reach out to your promoters, because if there's interest, they're willing to bend. If they're Now, speaking of ladies, though, there was a great lineup of women in the 2020, but I would like to see more ladies come out in 2021.
Quarter turn to the right. These ladies are looking really good. Keep that applause coming. Face the front.
I do get the question a lot. Is this show for men only? And the answer is no. It's not from the answer is no. It's not for men only. However, the Mr. America, it's an event. It's a brand. That's the title of the show. But it is the Mr. Ms. America. So yes, there's something for the ladies too.
Was this show sanctioned by any organization, or is it non-sanctioned?
I opted to run it non-sanctioned. And some of the reasoning is in 2015 and 2016, another organization had it sanctioned. And I feel like you excluded athletes from the event that way. You know, some people are very loyal to their one organization, and I'm fine with that. That's great. Loyalty goes a long way. But because of the caliber of the event, I really thought it shouldn't be sanctioned. Let's open it to everybody. They don't have to buy a card somewhere. Just, you know, register for the show and get on stage. You know, it worked out better that way. We did use posing criteria from the INBA, PNBA. Our men's physique posing and bikini posing is a little bit different. Bikini, we do quarter turns. Which is better because you're not just a front and a back of a person, right? You have sides, so we want to go through some quarter turns.
Well, any of you guys have any more questions? Go ahead and drop them. And Marc is always available to answer questions.
Yeah.
The website, you guys, and like I said, if you're not already following it on Instagram, please do. That's where information is getting released, and show information, you know, hotel, everything. You want to stay up to date on everything that's happening. And we want to congratulate our athletes that are getting selected to be on the reality show, because they are representing all of us. They are representing natural bodybuilding as a whole. So these, you know, 6 or 7 athletes, we all have to be behind them and cheering for them. And then we also have your Instagram. I want you guys jump on there. And Mark, do you have anything else that you want to add?
Said there's so much happening. When I tell you just about every day, this should be like a weekly thing. I come back and give Mr. America updates. Yeah, I mean, it just there's so many moving parts. It's not, like I said before, it's not just promoting a show and throwing up your banners and, you know, decorating the stage pretty and getting people on stage. We're preparing for a televised event, you know, so everything we do is completely next level. I wish I could run all the events like this, but I would go broke real quick. Right. So in 2020, we didn't allow any crossovers. You know, if you're a bodybuilder, you should be competing as a bodybuilder. And because it's the Mr. America, we wanted to keep the event as competitive as possible, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, if you're, you know, just, I don't know, a 45-year-old bodybuilder and you feel like you should compete in the open, well, then shit, that's where you should be competing, right? Get up there and battle it out. Let's see who really is the best, you know, whether, you know, no matter what organization you were from or what division you're representing, you know, it should be competitive. However, I did get a lot of calls for crossovers for this year. We are toying with that idea, but again, that'll be another announcement within the next few months if we're going to allow it, because we're putting a cap on the number of athletes. You know, listen, we don't want 500 athletes. We just don't want that. So our cap is 200. You could still run a nice show with 200. It's not too many people, and there's plenty of competition that way. You know, we're not looking to break records. That's not what the Mr. America is about. You know, and just because you have a lot of athletes doesn't mean you had a good show. Right, so it's all urine testing. It goes to SMRTL, which is in Salt Lake City, Utah. My dog's jumping in over here. Hang on. Say hi, Bruno.
That's the best part about the lives.
All right, get down. So it is all urine testing. It's, you know, same labs that the Olympic Committee uses. I pay for it, so the athletes aren't paying for their drug tests. Like, for example, this past year, I don't remember how many we did, but one test. Actually, there was two. I had to have further testing done. So you go from paying your regular drug testing fee to, I think one test ended up costing me close to over $1,000 just because something came up not quite right, needed further testing. Obviously, everything was clean, but I'm paying for that, right? There's no cost to the athlete for that. So that's all on me.
Good. Yeah, that we want to keep it clean.
How do you feel Mark did setting up the stage and getting everything ready for you?
It's insane. It's American through and through. I mean, the flag, the music, everything that's going through right now is so energizing, and the adrenaline. I mean, I don't even need to take a pre-workout right now to get ready to get on stage. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
And that was the vibe that entire event. The athletes were jazzed.
Yeah, you know. When you walk in and you saw the size of the flag and the setup and the title, it felt like something more than we're used to. And that was a lot. That was the feedback I was getting. That's how I felt. You know, I mean, I was there till, like, I don't know, 2:30 in the morning setting up, right? It was late.
Yeah. I
didn't realize anything what it looked like until I came back in the morning, and I was blown away. It felt amazing.
Yeah. Everything, even the website here, I'm showing them right now. Everything is really, Mark, you've really gone above and beyond. Everything is beautiful.
We're going to keep going in that direction. You know, like I said, we're going to make this bigger and bigger each and every year. You know, the 2020 event is going to be televised. Then we're going to have a reality series, which is going to air in August. That's going to lead into the 2021 event. And there's I don't know if John's watching or not, but there are some preliminary talks about a post-show reality series this year.
You're going to keep it busy.
Yeah. Yeah, you know why? Like, listen, this is a 365-day endeavor, right? This isn't a 16-week prep or 12-week prep where somebody gets on stage. You know, most of the top athletes, you know, this is your lifestyle, 365 days a year, you know, nonstop. And with that, you know, comes good stuff and bad stuff. And we want to show the public what it is and really make natural bodybuilding mainstream. You know, we want to bring, you know, bigger prize money to the event, not just the Mr. America, but to all events. And the way to do that is to get our sport out there much, much more than it already is.
You could find him everywhere. He's on Facebook, Instagram. You can go to the website.
A lot of other people were asking, you know, how could they be involved with the Mr. America? I've talked to just about every organization head. There's a few people I still have to reach out to. But I told them, sponsor a class, right? Come to the event. You can have a table at the event. I'm willing to do that. I don't have a problem with that. Listen, it's for all the athletes from every organization. Why not let, one of the organizations have a table, or all the organizations have a table? Come, put out your schedules and be part of it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. We have commercial opportunities. And like I said, it's going to be televised nationally. So if you have a brand you're looking to get out there, this is probably the great way to do it. What you're going to pay with the Mr. America is not going to be the same as what you're paying for the Super Bowl rates, right? So, we're willing to work with every organization and anybody who wants to be part of it.
I think every organization having a table and representing, I think it would mean a lot to their athletes that are competing.
Yeah, I think so too. I know, Kent Beerley with the ANBF. He was one of the head judges. He's super supportive. He believes in it. We had Denise Kakos there from Ironman Magazine, and the INBA, PNBA was behind me supporting it. I spoke to Andy Bastinto. I spoke to everybody, and the general consensus was everybody supported it, whether it was publicly or behind the scenes. Everybody was behind it. This year, I want everybody out in front at the show, be a part of the Mr. America.
Yeah, let's do it, guys. Let's all get together. Let's make it happen.
All right.
I love it. All right. Thank you, Mark, for jumping on here.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, guys. It was good.
Yeah. And we'll let everybody get going. But thanks again, and have a great night, everybody.
All right. Thank you. Take care.